Hello, my name is Owen, and today I'll be doing a quick review of Markus Zusak's The Book Thief. What I want to do is give a brief overview what the book is about, what you could expect, and then tell you the things I liked and tell you the things I didn't like. Jumping right into it, this book takes place in Nazi Germany during the start and throughout the course of World War II. It is a fiction piece, and it follows a young girl named Liesel. Uniquely enough, this book is narrated from the perspective of death itself. Death is a character and often speaks in the first person about their job and their observations about humanity, but death is narrating the story of Liesel and her life during this time. Jumping into things that I liked, that was one of them. I thought it was incredibly unique, the structure of having death narrated. I haven't really read many books like this. The only one I could think of is Mort by Terry Pratchett. It's about death. And it's similar in the same way that in both of those books, death is kind of humorous. It's very dry and obviously dark. It's about death, but it's almost not dark. It's almost light, talking about dark things. But I appreciate like the humor. And death was actually a very, not wholesome, but like sympathetic and likable character, which I really appreciated. And also, the other reason why it was uniquely structured is that death spoiled plot points, like from the end of the book. It's they spoil them all throughout the entire book. So like characters that die or like what happens to them or how the story ends, death will straight up say, I don't care about the suspense. I'm just going to tell you what happens, you're getting yourself into, which is another unique thing where I feel like authors often try to avoid that just for basic storytelling techniques, but not death. This one's unique. Also, death, they use like little bold notes. I read this on a Kindle, by the way, so I'm not sure how exactly it's formatted in like a physical book. But little like bolded notes about characters' thoughts that Liesel wouldn't know, or like conversations that aren't in the actual text, but death overhears them and stuff like that. But overall, it was very, very unique, their narrating style. Another thing I liked, just the actual story behind it. Obviously, it's about Nazi Germany. Liesel is not a Jewish girl, but she runs into Jewish characters. So obviously, it's incredibly heartbreaking. It's very sad. Overall, it's like, while there is some like light, like humorous moments, it's not a happy book. It's just about the time, so you could expect, as depressing as that was, like the book captures that tone pretty well, and rightfully so, I believe. But yeah, the plot was very still unique, as well as like I said, the narration was unique, but the actual plot that happens, I've never seen this particular kind of story about Nazi Germany, because there's a bunch of stories like them out there. Going into the things that I didn't like, it dragged a little bit for me in the middle, I would say. It's a very short book, less than 200 pages, but it took me a while to get through. That might also be just because like the nature of what it was about. It's not something that like you want to speed through. And it is a book that benefits from like sitting with it and reading it slowly and really like taking in the emotional beats. But I did find myself like not being able to read more than like 20 or 30 pages in a sitting, which is rare for me for a lot of books, but that doesn't include the end, which I was like gripped at the end. So overall, my review of it, I mean, it's on like greatest books of like the last whatever years, those lists and stuff like that, and some I've even seen it on some like greatest books of all time lists. So obviously it's well loved and deservedly so. Definitely check it out. Like I said, it's not the like the quickest read, but it is a short book, so it's not like it'll take you that long. And it is very powerful. The ending will make you emotional, even though death spoils it in the beginning. But yeah, guys, check it out. Thank you.